Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, Gemini, I'm going to do a reading for you. It's going to be general today. So, it may or may not resonate. If it does, there is an extended. If you're drawn to it, the link to that is at the top of the description within this video. Gemini, we're going to find out what the universe has been trying to tell you. It's getting through. It's going to try to get through to you today. Now, an interesting message, though, that I received. So, I do my singing bowl as I sit down before I turn the camera on. And so I'm clearing the energy, raising up the vibration. And every time I hit it, it was soft, but it had a strong resonance. And then it was soft, but it had a strong resonance. And I literally kept hearing Gemini having like a small bark, but a big bite. A small bark, but a big bite. And then I heard pulling punches. And I don't know if you're pulling punches or you've been pulling punches, but it's literally because you're saving it for the knockout. Like, it's just... So I don't know if you're dealing with anyone who's dealing with a Gemini, if they've been holding back lately, or you feel like they haven't been telling you like exactly how they feel about a situation. If you want to find out, you can find out in a big way, I feel like. This is so funny. Like, ding. Like, once you hit it, you hit it hard. So, Gemini, let's get started with the cards then, shall we? You gotta be here, yeah. Hello, Gemini. You saw me shuffle it out. You know who was very vocal? Lily. Lily was very vocal during the shuffle. She was huffing and puffing and she was gonna blow the house down. But you know what? Lily's a Gemini. Yes, you are. May the 24th. May the 24th. May 2-4 weekend in Canada. So Lily, I don't know why you couldn't hear it, but she was very vocal. Okay, she wanted to be on camera. You want to be on camera? You want to go? You want to go? Okay, Lily just wants to tell you, I know this one, your reading is off the charts. What this is. This is crazy. Wait till you see this. The messages, the synchronicities in this reading, Gem. Oh my. Okay. Here. Go. All right, Gemini. Whoa. This reading, I don't even know where to begin. It's crazy. Okay, first, you saw me shuffle it, so you saw where the piles ended up. That's part of what's crazy about this. And because I stopped myself and I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, oh, why did I put that there instead of there? And why is this here? I think because you ended up with 3 cards that came out of the Wild Unknown Archetype deck. That's why I ended up putting the Ocean card where I did, which is in the middle. Okay, like you can go back and look at it, you'll see it sits in the middle of those 3. It just seemed like the appropriate thing to do. It's kind of balanced. A bit of my OCD there. Let's keep this balanced. Let's keep it nice, which is interesting because then you ended up with the Ocean and the Forest in alignment with each other. And these 2 cards synchronize because they follow one another. They follow one another sequentially. That's the word I'm looking for. They follow one another sequentially. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and I'm going to show you all the really interesting synchronicities and alignments in the cards. And then I'm going to start giving you the reading. Okay, so the first card that you got out here is the One. You got the One. The One. This is the energy of something that's fleeting. It's having like a connection to something so divine and so powerful, but it's a very short period of time. This is not a window that can be kept open for very long because it's a very high frequency. It's a very high vibration. It's powerful, and it's not something that really any human being would be able to keep going for a long period of time here on very dense earth. What tarot card do you have coming out that's sitting underneath it? The freaking Hierophant. the Hierophant. Like, this is talking about, to me, like the Hierophant is bringing from above to below and creating it in such a way that you build around it. It's not like the Magician, which is interesting because that's your energy. It's not, oh, so I'm going to manifest something. No, this is manifesting something that's from way beyond you. And you are the vehicle for it. You are the oracle for it. The vehicle, the oracle, the conduit. Yeah. It's a little bit like a new religion. I don't know who I'm talking to on here. But it almost has that feel, right? The one with the Hierophant sitting under it. Okay, so then you have the forest, and you have this, then you have the forest, and then you have the self. And we'll get into that in a minute. Okay, so now this is the other really crazy, interesting thing. The way I had the cards lined up, so your underlying card for the divine animal spirit ended up being intuition with cat. Intuition with cat. It is sitting right above, no shit, the divination card from the fairy deck. How crazy is that? So the divination card is sitting right below the intuition card. And you've pulled out the one with the Hierophant. So you're already, this is already telling me, Gemini, that you are in some, if not now, you are. Because what is the universe trying to tell you? You are. Like, if you've been receiving some sort of messages, or you've been seeing a lot of synchronicities around you, there's a reason you're seeing these things and you're hearing these things and you're seeing whatever it is for you. Maybe even yourself, you're a tarot reader. I know there's a lot of Gemini tarot readers out there. I guess because they were mouthpieces. I'm just a Gemini rising. So maybe I'll rise up to meet you with this energy at some point. But, you know, the air energy, like, boy, you guys are harnessing it. Oh, I can hardly wait to clarify this and just get into the reading and let it absorb me, because I'm sure there is so much to be said. So that's the other thing. And then the tarot card that sits underneath intuition, divination, is the Nine of Cups. This is your success. This is your road to happiness, to making your dreams come true. So, all right then, that sounds great, Cindy. Now, I talked about the self. This was the last of the archetype cards that came out, the self, which is what sits inside your, we talked about this yesterday, because who did I do yesterday? Would have been Taurus. They had the vessel and the self, and the vessel is the container, and the self is the soul inside there. Your soul, your soul. Five of Wands. There's something here that's worth fighting for. It's you. You are worth fighting for. You are worth, speaking up. It's you. You're worth. I'm almost speechless. Like, this is the kind of reading that it's almost like a speechless. You need to read my mind. You probably could with this energy right now. Okay, so we talked about intuition, divination, dreams come true. The fairy card that you have, and it ended up sitting above the self in the Five of Wands, the way I had it laid out. Wait for winter. During the coldest months, the fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes. Sitting right here with divination and intuition. As long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. So that's the one thing here, right? I'm not seeing that like a bad thing anywhere in here. I'm not seeing a bad thing. I think your intentions are good. Keep them that way. Keep doing that. I'm telling you, this is off the charts. I can hardly wait to get into it. Now, damn me. Where are you going? Okay, then you have, so the actual card that came out for the Divine Animal Oracle, I showed you the underlying card was intuition. The one that you actually got was Prosperity Peacock. Prosperity and Peacock. I want to read to you what it says. It's very short. Okay, I'm not making this up. This card comes out, prosperity. Prosperity is coming to you. A flow of abundance is on its way. Expect a new income stream. Clear the energy in your home or office. Do not be afraid of success. You can rise from difficult situations. It's like success, success, success. And what, pray tell, what tarot card did you get with that? The Emperor, the dude that owns all the kings and all the queens in the deck. Huge. Like, this is like owning it, bitch. then the card, oh, wow, that's interesting. I forgot that you had 2 underlines. You have voice and union. I don't really see union coming out here, but this could be union between you and the divine. That's how I would read this right now. This is like a union between you and the divine. This is such a sacred reading, Gemini. This is sacred energy all over this reading. And your voice. All that's required of you is your mouthpiece. What you do so well, Gemini, your mouth, you're speaking, you're vocalizing. Whatever it is that is inspiring you, whatever it is that's coming into you from the divine, you speak it. Own it. And you will prosper through it. Then, and we don't stop there. So then the actual card that came out, so the voice and union are the underline of the Return of Spirit deck that I did, okay? So the actual card that came out for you from that deck is confidence, confidence. This is the time for confidence. This is not the time for holding back. This is recognizing your value. There's value. Like there's value in this that I can't even like articulate it. It's insane. And then, but holy crap. I mean, you have prosperity with the Emperor because the Emperor's gonna tell you exactly how she feels. Like, excuse me, I run this place. That's that energy. But don't get arrogant. That is, I want to say that does come in with confidence. They just talked about a little bit towards the end of the information about that card. I would say if there's anything to be careful of, it would be that. But I feel like that's down the road. Like, I feel like this energy is here, it's present, it's meant to be used right now. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the crowning glory. The crowning glory, Gemini, is what's sitting underneath your confidence card. Like, to take the throne. I don't know what this throne is. I'm going to tell you, like, this is a weird energy. I don't know who's coming in here. I have no idea who does, right? Like, I can look at the, well, there isn't the comments anymore, but even if there was, like, you have no idea who comes into these readings. This is the weirdest energy of almost like creating a new religion, a new state of being. Like, this one just throws me for such a loop. The One and the Hierophant. The hell is this, Gemini? This is sacred. This is sacred energy. You're being given this. You must honor it, right? I don't think I'd have to tell you that. I might, maybe, I don't know, in a few months we'll come back and you've utilized this energy and your head's gotten awfully big. The crown don't fit anymore because the ego. So I'm prepared to give you that reading at some time if I need to. But, okay, the underlying line of your tarot is, but it's so good. Like, I just don't see the ego. I see the Page of Swords, followed by the Fool, followed by the Ten of Swords, and the Hermit. I like how that ended there. This is the Page of Swords, you know, with the imagery in this card. It's an awful lot like experimenting with life. I would say that. I mean, we have the skull, we have the sword, but there's all these vials and bottles and mixtures and potions. And it's just putting these together and seeing what I'll make. Let's just see. And to have the Fool here, I don't know, it could explode in my face. Damn. Or it could be the cure to whatever. Like, it just, what could this be? You know? Yeah, it wasn't very good with the Ten of Swords. Something. There could be something that you've started or tried in life. Well, then, that didn't work out very well. But I feel like the story's not over. I don't know why I would say that with these cards. The Hermit is here. This is like, okay, now, I'm going to step back and I'm going to do a really big assessment of everything that led me up to this point, to that point, because that's where it started and then that's how it failed. I don't feel like that's what you're doing though. I mean, I don't see that anywhere in here. I mean, maybe you're closing this off. Maybe you're finishing this with the Hermit. Oh, look what's lit up with this Hermit. It's the throat chakra. The throat chakra is lit up with the Hermit. The voice, the union. You're supposed to speak on behalf of the divine. Now, don't get all in your head with it. You know, it's hard as a reader, readings like this, because there's a lot of people in the spiritual community that are really arrogant. I'm going to say it. There's a lot. And there are people that are arrogant all over the place. But I find whenever there's something like new or becoming popular, and spirituality is a big target for it, because it's so easy to come in and say, I've ascended, I'm, you know, like vibrating really high. All those people were such assholes in my life. You have no idea. Let me tell you how to live a good life, right? Like I see a lot of that in comments too. Like people coming in and like offering their advice. You have these child wounds, or you have this problem going on. That's arrogance. Nobody's asking you for that. But so it's hard for me as a reader, because I know how easy that can come into spirituality. Real easy with the wrong people or person. So if this is resonating with you, it's resonating with you, but you almost don't want to step into it. It's your reading. If it's resonating with you and you're like, yeah, bitch, I'm going to do it. I got things to say. I'm going to go. I'm going to spread my word. I'm going to do it. You might want to pull back a little bit, because that's not the right energy to do this. This is sacred, guys. Like, you can't take this and do bad things with it. I would tell you, if you take things and you do bad things with it, you'll probably be paying for it for lifetimes. Like, to correct this between you and this is divine. You don't mess with this. That's one thing too. Maybe this reading is coming out just to really make you understand how much you need to respect this. And by respecting it, you may be asked to do things or say things that you might not feel comfortable with. That's the thing. That's the thing with this. Because with the forest too, the forest is a really interesting message. But like part of it as being a reader, like it's, you know, what does the card mean? And then like, what do I take out of it too? Because my guides will communicate to me in ways that they understand. Oh, she's going to know that because she's going to remember this that happened to her so many years ago. And that's a lot how I read. So the forest, think about like navigating through the forest and all the different paths and trails that you can find. Let's not forget, the one is here with you. Now, for me, the forest, I used to spend a lot of time in my youth wandering through the forest. Where my grandfather lived, he lived on like a lake, and then on the other side of the road, there was an old farm. And then this old farm had hundreds and hundreds of acres and of forest. And I would go, it was with my parents' black lab, my grandparents' black lab, good old Duke, he would go with me and we would wander through the forest. Now, I never worried about a thing, because he was a big ass lab. He was really big. He was really goofy, but he had the biggest damn heart in the world. And he was instinctively smart. So I would wander myself into the woods. I would have no idea where I was, but I found some amazing things that no other human eye had probably set upon it. I wouldn't know where we are. I would just say, Duke, let's go home. It's time to go home. So he would leave me home, and I wouldn't know how to go, but I would trust. So you have the Seven of Wands with this. Trust where you are led. Trust that you will be led out of whatever circumstances that may feel confusing, or you might feel lost in. Trust where it's taking you, Gemini. Trust where it's taking you. You have the one in the Hierophant. Like, this is, if it's a Labrador Retriever that's around you, that's keeping you safe and keeping you on the path and can get you home when you need to get home, it's like God's Labrador Retriever is by your side right now to get you there. So the forest can be full of mystery. The forest can be intriguing. It can be frightening. It can be like full of myths, scary myths, fantastical myths. There's so much that lies inside the forest for you to discover. This is like a door opening. It's like a door or a portal opening. I really do want to say it's going to take you places where you might not feel comfortable with where it's going. But the divine doesn't really care how comfortable anybody feels. See, that's the thing. And I feel like that's why, like, if this reading would resonate with you, that you might be apprehensive about this journey. This journey is powerful. This journey is prosperous. This journey is empowering. And this journey is divinely driven and guided. But divinity is not served by society. Society is to serve divinity. Like, that's kind of how that works. You know, as it is above, so be it below. It's once we get into devil energy, are things that are mixed up, where egos become really big and grand, and the structures that we've made and the principles that we've developed and the, you know, everything around that is bigger than anything else. Well, we cannot change that, or we can't. So I feel like there is going to be some sense of changing things here. Changing things. You're going to be intuitively guided to do this. If you do not have a divination practice right now, what are those two cards that she's looking at? She's looking at two cards from this actual fairy deck. If you do not have a divination practice at this time, I would recommend developing one. She has a crystal ball, she has candles, and she has cards, and she has crystals, and she has fire. Fire, I believe, is the oldest divination practice to man. Well, shamans and medicine men and women would sit and look into the fire, and they would see images produced. You know, if you ever found how mesmerizing that is to look into a fire. Yeah, there's something coming out of this fire. Like, it looks like a cat. But then that looks like a face too, which is crazy. Okay, Bassett, is that her name? Bassett. This goddess in the intuition and cat, I think this is coming up as a guide for you right now. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. This looks like right here, like a cat's face in the camera, in the fire. Okay, so this is not your typical reading. I don't know what to expect when I do these, right? So here we go. I just got to go with the flow. I have to serve divinity too. Bast, B-A-S-T. Okay. The Egyptian goddess Bast is the embodiment of cat energy, a very ancient deity. She was originally a lion goddess, somewhat like Sekhmet. I don't say that right. But her leonine nature diminished in favor of the cat energy. Oh, gosh. I think so, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, this is the one that talks about plagues and diseases, which is crazy too, because it's kind of a period that we're in. So it talks about Egyptians, because there's a lot of Egyptian energy around this, specifically. And Egyptians, during like plague and disease, really found like cats were good omens, and it makes so much sense. I'm just kind of connecting it to like the Black Plague. I believe it was the Black Plague that was the one associated with rats, but it was the fleas on the rats. So of course, if you think of cats, what would cats be doing? They'd be hunting the rats. So it would naturally probably have a positive effect over a time period in an area or community where the cats came in. So you're almost like meant to come in and get rid of darkness. Get rid of some sort of darkness, or bring some sort of clarity through. I really feel like not just your own life here. This is not just your own life. This is doing something in your community, somehow stepping up and dispelling the darkness. Is that right? Like, this is celebration. This is a celebration going on here. But it's also, I'm just really getting like, well, birthing something new. She's pregnant. That's not something you normally see in the Nine of Cups. She's pregnant. She's being applauded. The dog! There's a dog here. Dog and cat is really strong for you right now as a spirit guide. The cat is your okay, the cat spirit is your intuition right now. Is serving you intuitively. But divinate. Divinate, divinate, divinate. I don't know if it's looking through fire for some of you, or candles. Always follow and practice safe fire protocols. Could be cards for you, crystals, crystal balls, reading tea leaves, whatever that is for you. You are encouraged to go into it, expand it, even if you do it now, even more than you do now. The dog is your loyal companion, but it does feel like it's serving you through God somehow. Dog and God is backwards. Cat and attack. God is guiding you. The dog spirit is guiding you. And the cat spirit is protecting you from the darkness. Something's going to happen in the winter. That's what this fairy is telling us. It's also telling us, like, you're not necessarily right now growing. It's almost like it's just status quo. Wait for winter, wait for winter. But you're being asked to wait for winter. Are you about to approach a period of time where it feels like you've had a lot of growth? Things have kind of maybe decomposed a little bit around you, like things have settled from the past, and it's quiet. Like it doesn't feel like there's really any opportunities coming towards you. There's nothing going on for wait for winter. Winter is the quiet period before the seeds that have fallen or been planted in previous seasons are about to erupt and grow, right, in spring and summer. During the colder months, the fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes. The winter is your time, whether that's an actual, like the season of winter, or you start to feel it in your life. Nothing is really leaving or coming or going. It's just like a very status quo energy. Your routines are very typical. Yeah, like there's nothing unusual. And it's just a sense of calm, a period of rest. I mean, you do have this Hermit as the last card in your underline, and that is an ideal energy for that winter. And it's talking about this fairy is going to help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes. As long as your intentions are for the highest good of all, right? I need to put a disclaimer on this. Beware of ego, beware of ego, beware of ego. I'm kind of glad I don't have the comments on, because I could say that all day long and you'll still get people coming in the comments and going, yeah, I know, I am this, I've been trying to tell humanity this. I'm like, you don't really care if you've been trying to tell humanity. Let humanity take it or not. You just be the conduit for something here, Gemini. I got to pull out clarifiers because there's got to be something I'm missing. Okay, the first thing, I'm going to hit the 1 and the Hierophant. The 1 and the Hierophant. Shit, the Ace of Swords and the 6 of Wands. Like it's like clarity, like receiving a message, just knowing. Victory. Just know you will have victory. Okay. The 7 of Wands in the Forest. The 5 of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles. Sorry, I'm going to look at this in a minute. She's climbing through this rocky area and she can see above, like the top, I don't know, if a mountain or a precipice or something. And she can see her victory. Okay. Yeah, check it out. Okay. Because I'm thinking, well, this is not like most 7 of Wands. She hasn't reached this yet. She's the one holding the 7th wand. All up on the top there, there's 6 wands up there. Where are you going? To your victory, the 6 wands. But you have to climb through the forest to do it. There's some things that you have to leave behind. You have to walk away from some things. If you've got to burn a bridge, you've got to burn a bridge, Gemini. Because then you turn and you go progressively and slowly and steadily and methodically into this direction, into this energy. This is also, I want to say, because the 7 of Wands looks so different and we're walking away from something, is perhaps even walking away from being defensive, from being on the defensive. This is offensive energy. And that doesn't sound right, like, oh, that's really offensive. And I mean more in terms of you taking action to move forward, as opposed to being stuck in a place and defending yourself. Stop. Boom. Okay, I'm going this way. Like that's the shift in the energy, and that's what's going on in the forest. So you're going to receive some sort of clarity, literally from the heavens, in a dream, in a message. And a lot of stuff comes to us through other people. I mean, we're all serving here on planet Earth as guides to each other, as oracles to each other, as conduits to each other. You know, often we could say something to someone and it doesn't really mean much to us. But they, you know, you walk away and I can't believe they said that. I was just thinking about that. And I was wondering how I can't believe it. Like, you know, like that's the effect we can have and we don't even know. We just keep going and people have that effect on you. So however this comes in, I don't know. But you're going to get it. It's going to be clear and it's heaven sent. And then it's moving forward into the self. Now, I want to say too, because ocean, I don't want to not get into this, like, completely miss it. The fact that it's sitting above the forest is one leads into the other. So the ocean is about like the incredible depths and seasons of all emotions, all feelings, everything. So not to say that going through the forest is something that's not emotionally draining, or that you have to navigate a lot of emotions. You are, but you're also being asked to embrace all of them. So whether some of those feelings are anger, some of those feelings are happiness or joy or celebration or sadness or mourning, whatever those are, to own them and embrace each one on each path that you hit in the forest. It's almost through navigating that, you can leave it. You can leave it. Maybe there's one final emotion that you need to, a path that you need to navigate, and then you leave it. You walk out of the forest. What this forest represents to you, it could be self-exploration. It could be something that you've been going through in your real everyday to-day life. But then you turn your back on it and you walk progressively with a plan. It'll be a plan that you develop as you go with the Knight of Pentacles, but you go. And then we have the self with Wait for Winter and the 5 of Wands. Now that's curious because this 5 of Wands looks very defensive, doesn't it? So but I just want to say that they don't seem committed to whatever is coming towards you. They don't seem committed. They seem, I thought that they were coming through the archway, but no. You want to go through the archway and they are stopping you. Now I see that by the way that they're holding their swords or spears. They're blocking, their spears are up against the archway. They will not, okay, there's something that does not want you to leave the forest and go through the archway. What is this? And this might be a period of 7 of Wands and the Empress. Oh, wow. Okay, the 7 of Wands is over here, so I feel like this is you. The Empress, like, You're the prize here. This is a weird feeling. Because there's, like, divinity has come through. Yeah, I don't know what you guys got going on here, but like, it's almost like the divine is stepping in to protect you. Because, like, you have some sort of value here. And it is seen and recognized, and I don't want you to go. Wait for winter, wait for winter. So if you're wait for winter and looking at these cards, like, you can't pass through, you're not going through that. You're not getting out of here, man. Just a feeling. Be patient. That's what that feels like. Wait for winter, be patient. At some point, these guys got to walk away from the opening. At some point, they have to let their guard down. In the meantime, wait. Like, I almost see this person waiting, like sitting off in a corner somewhere, sitting behind a merchant, whittling something with a knife and a piece of wood, or creating some, like, just kind of like, in a way, that's manifestation. Maybe they're making a tool that they're going to need to get on the other side, or I don't know what it is, but it's that sense of waiting, waiting, waiting. Wait for winter. Wait for winter. The King of Swords and the Death. You shall have a rebirth here. Wow. Gemini. Okay. Wait for winter. You've walked the path. You're protected. Something or someone or a situation will try to stop you. The Nine of Cups. To me, the Nine, I'm not going to clarify intuition and divination. That's part of your process here. But the Nine of Cups is like dreams coming true. This loyal companion is sitting right there. Isn't that funny how I brought Lily into the reading for you too? And she was barking while I was shuffling. The Nine of Cups. Whoa, shit. The Three of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Whatever is trying to is trying to hold you back, like, it can't. It literally, it can't. And maybe that's all you need to know in this reading. Like, the energy that's coming forward to speak with you is really divine. It can't. This is like you having all of your strength and fortitude to move forward, being inspired beyond anything that you've probably felt in a long time, and finding equality. Equality in your relationships, equality in your journey, equality in your connection too, between you and divinity. And when I say equality between you and divine or guides or anything like that, it's actually just like really understanding the message, really understanding the path. This is not divinity stepping up to you. This is you stepping up to its frequency so that you can both hear each other real well. And if at any point there is difficulty being heard, it's you hearing divinity. It's us hearing divinity. It's not the other way around. Okay, so we have voice, prosperity, and the Emperor. Voice, prosperity, and the Emperor. Oh, wow. The sun and the moon and the Four of Wands. That's so profound. It's the masculine and the feminine. I've never pulled a card like that come out like that before. Have I? The sun and the moon with the Four of Wands. But that's like the sun is masculine and the moon is feminine. And it is the marriage between these two energies. This reading's off the charts, Gemini. This is Yeah. Wow, that's really beautiful. It's yin and yang. But it's on such a spiritual cosmic level. This isn't even just like the emperor and the empress. This is I don't know what this is. I don't know. Like, I just don't have the experience in my day-to-day life to tell you what this is. It's big. It's big. It's beautiful. It's written in the stars. It's written in the sky. Confidence in the Ace of Pentacles, and there's the crown. Confidence in the Ace of Pentacles. Well, there's an awful lot to be said about your confidence, isn't there? Oh, there he is. Wonder when he would show up. You have Temperance, the Five of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Hanged Man. There he is in all his glory, Mr. David. Oh, and then you have the Star at the bottom. All right, let's get into this. Oh, flying away star. Wow. Yeah. If you feel like there's been things going on in your life at certain points in your life, I want to say more relevant to whatever's going on in your life right now, that have been holding you back, there's definitely toxic energy behind this. It may have affected your confidence. Because two, what I want to see in this card, what I'm seeing in these cards as well, is like, you need to take ownership of this also. This is not just what's going on outside of you, but yes, perhaps it has affected your confidence. But beyond that, it's just like recognizing it, Gemini, and recognizing what does affect your confidence. Everybody has an Achilles heel. Everybody does. Nobody, no matter how great, how powerful, every single person on this planet has something that can make them feel small. And that can be the most powerful person on the planet, whoever that is right now. I really don't know. But I mean, it could be their mom. It could be a sibling. I've been watching that Downton Abbey. I really love it. I love to sit there and go, well, my dressmaid, or I don't remember what they call it now. Well, she's gone. How am I gonna get dressed? Go in the closet, find the clothes, put them on. Yeah, it's so silly, but at one point that was normal for some people. That people came and helped them get dressed every day. But so the Robert, yeah, the Lord of Downton Abbey, was talking to his mom, and he is like the Lord of this place. He looks after it. He's the big boss, and he's sitting and he's talking to his mom, and he said something, and what did she say? That makes me feel like I need to go get one of the nannies and put you in the corner for a few minutes, something like that. And you could just see like the look on his face and how his expression dropped. It was like his mom gave him a verbal spanking, and he didn't feel good about it. So that's what I say. It doesn't matter. You can come in there and you can talk to the video, and you can say nothing can bring you down with something. There's something. Everybody's got something. So something's happened here, or something is in the process of something is about to happen. Kind of feels more like it's been happening. This is for you to overcome. It's for you to possibly see things in different ways, which I think the talking down Robert got from his older mom, did that. It made him see things differently. It made him see himself differently and the situation around him differently. And there was a bit of an ego adjustment there that had to take place. But that's kind of what this is. But if you can work through that, you've accomplished something really big here. Really, really big. And I don't know what else to tell you, but just like whatever prosperity you wish for yourself is here for you. It's here for you. But you must voice. You must speak up. You must speak up for yourself. You must speak up for what it is that you want and what you believe. What you believe. Not what anyone else believes, but what you believe, Gemini. And practice, work on your divination. Open up your intuition as much as you can. I can't remember which card is it. Is it the divination card or the intuition card? They do talk about, too, getting past your mind. Getting past your mind and what you know. Because the mind is very limited. The universe is ever expansive. So if something is coming into you from the universe, from God, from divine, however you want to clarify that, from your deeper self, because you are part of that connection, it's not necessarily to listen to the mind, but to speak out through what you feel you need to speak out about, or how you need to lead, or what you need to share. Is very big. There's really not much else I can say about this. It's a really powerful reading. You will also see, I feel like, with these clarifiers and the Ace of Pentacles with confidence, I feel like you will also find new beginnings in places where it could seem like all is lost, or there's nothing, that soil has nothing to grow in it, which is that change in perspective too, what I'm talking about in that Downton Abbey, because it is, it's taking place in a time period where there's a huge economical and political shift going on in England, actually, well, even in Scotland, and I guess Ireland too, if there were many left in castles at that point, the poor Irish, but is that the world is changing in this show. And like the Lord of the Manor is having a lot of problems changing with it. And it's getting these new perspectives and thinking, well, that's not how we did it before. And then getting a talk down from your mom or whoever it is that can kind of push your ego aside and look right at you and see you for exactly who you are and reach you. And then that's when you have the breakthrough. And I mean, that's kind of like how divine works too. It's like to push that ego aside, and I see you clearly. And I'm giving you this information so that you can have success, because that's what it is. When all the other castles are becoming bankrupt around him, he is being shown ways to find success. But the ego has to break down to do it. The old ways will not work. It's the new ways that have to be incorporated if you want to keep what this is here. But what you are keeping, what is here, is going to change too. So that's really like kind of, I mean, with the Hanged Man, I mean, that comes in so strongly at the end. It's, well, how are you going to see all this? This is going to be success, but it might not be the way you thought it would be. But it's downright success. God, that felt like I went on forever. I'm so sorry. I'm going to go do the extended now. I'm going to go for advice for you. That's what I'm going to do. Because I feel like, too, as a reader, I need to, like, just nail something down here for you that you can take and go. But anyway, so until next time, Gemini, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.